Chris, Jeremiah, congratulations. You made it to the final round of this competition, which means that you're both one step closer to the title of Forged in Fire champion and a check for $10,000. Now we're sending you back to your home forges to recreate an iconic weapon from history. That weapon is a pair of Viking War Axes. Good luck, bladesmiths. We'll see you in 5 days.
It feels good to be home, back out where there's no people. I'm not a big people person. Today, I'm making 2 Viking axes. I've made some tomahawks in the past and some axes in the past. I use a lot of low-layer Damascus, so I'm gonna do one 17-layer billet. Hopefully out of that, I can get what I need for both axes. This is a bigger billet. Normally, I start with the 13-layer. Lucky me. To get them both turned and the eye formed, I'm just gonna cut a little 2-inch piece of 1.5-inch round stock, and then I can start turning the eye. Jeremiah's been bladesmithing for a few decades, and I've been doing it for a couple years, so I'm kind of the underdog, so to speak, but I love the challenges that come with that. I'll feel good when it's done and it's right. Probably another 3 days before I'll feel good.
I'm excited to get working on these Viking axes.
I'm taking the advantage of having 2 forges so that hopefully I can get it done twice as fast.
If I learned anything from the first 2 challenges is that I need to stand on the shoulders of giants. I'm gonna stand on the shoulders of history, and I'm doing as close to traditional as I can.
What I'm gonna do now is put this one into the gas forge, switch the other one out, and get them both to the same spot.
My biggest concern is that I get them identical. Being a blacksmith, people want things that look exactly the same all the time. So not to say that it's easy, but it's a challenge that I'm prepared for.
They're identical.
I'm pretty happy with what I got done yesterday. Pretty much have all the forging done. I can go on to the heat treat. My biggest concern, just a nice even heat all the way around. The heat treat is everything. A lot of things can go wrong. Twistage, warpage, breakage, bendage, edge, whatever. If it's not heat treated, then it's just a pretty looking wall hanger. Well, she's straight. Time to do it again. Two for two so far. It feels good to have the heat treat successful. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I was pretty nervous. Yeah.
I'm forge welding a high carbon bit into the body of the axe, making a durable edge, which is historical.
I'm so nervous I'm shaking.
Whenever you do a forge weld, there's always the chance that something could go wrong. If the welds fail, it won't happen anything.
They got way too thin right up back here. The seams are showing. The welds are not gonna hold. This is the worst thing that I could have imagined.
I need to start over. I'm in big trouble.
There's no room for these emotions right now. I have a job that needs to get done. I don't quit until the work is done.
Today's all about getting the handles fit up. I'm doing a pressure fit. There's no epoxy, there's no pins. It's a purely mechanical fit. It just slides on in the tap and locks it into place. And if the pressure fit's not right, any good shock to it could drop it down. One of my axes doesn't match the other one. The bottom's wider than the top, and it needs to be tapered the other way, so the only choice I have is to do it from the top down and put a wedge in it. I guarantee that Jeremiah is gonna do a pressure fit, because that's the way it's supposed to be, so I didn't want to be the guy that took the easy way out and just put a wedge in it and called it good. The most annoying thing is that it's historically not correct, and hopefully that's not what bites me in the ass.
As you know, I'm still nursing an injury. To be my arm today, I'm bringing a special guest from our Kaidakali. Please welcome Staff Sergeant Chris Mans. Today, he will be my arm, or arms, to test your weapons. Chris, you're up first. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, Chris, let's talk about your Viking War Axes. On the initial cut, the long beard that you have right there hooked all the ribs. And of course, the beauty of having a secondary weapon is that when he pulled it out, he had enough attacks to disembowel everything. Overall, sir, your Viking War Axe will kill.
Thank you.
Jeremiah, shall we do this?
Yes, we shall.
All right, Jeremiah, your Viking War Axes are razor sharp. It not only blew through the ribs, but dug in, breaking through the lungs and into the heart. It is fast and light, and it will kill.
Thank you.
To test the strength and overall construction of your war axes, I'll be throwing them 3 times with each axe into our mock-up of a drawbridge. Now, hopefully they'll stay tight and right, not loosen up. Chris, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Chris, first off, they're balanced nicely and they match, which is really what I was looking for. That stout edge, though, kind of keeps them from penetrating overly deep. And you can see right about here is just a small roll in 2 spots. But they're solid, they're still together. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Jeremiah, you ready?
Didn't get dressed up for nothing.
So, first off, Jeremiah, they feel like they weigh the same. They definitely throw the same. And having that curve on the blade allows it to dig a lot deeper than having a flat edge. But the bottom line is, neither of your blades took any damage. Well done.
Thank you.
To test the sharpness of your blades, see how they held up, I'm going to take your axes and deliver 3 shots to these 3 fish. Chris, you're up first. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, Chris, the gods of war will be happy. There's blood on your axe. It's a good day. The shape of that blade, I was a little concerned just because it's flat, but it really just cut right through those fish. Very, very sharp blades. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Jeremiah, you're up. You ready?
Time for sushi.
Well, Jeremiah, same effect. Your axes are bloodied. They're now honorable Viking War Axes. They are beautiful. I like what you did with the copper inlay. Not a huge fan in how thin the handles are. To swing it took a little bit more finger gripping. 2 very well-made axes, obviously sharp. Well done.
Thank you.
Chris, Jeremiah, the judges have examined your work and they've tested your weapons and they've made their final decision. The Forged in Fire champion is Jeremiah. Congratulations. Chris, your axes did not make the cut. Doug Marcaida will tell you why.
Chris, both weapons performed equally all the way through, but in the strength test, one of your axes took damage on its edge. That made us decide that you're going home.
I understand.
Chris, please surrender your war axes.
You're always disappointed if you don't win, but the experience that you get from this competition, I've loved every minute of it. I'm gonna go back home and keep making knives. And I'll probably make a Viking axe on the side.
Jeremiah, congratulations. You are our new Forged in Fire champion, and that's a title that comes with a check for 10 grand. How do you feel?
That's amazing.
You did excellent work. Please present your axes to the judges.
I did it. I won Forged in Fire. To be validated as a smith this way is really cool. This is a win for my family. Certainly a win for the history books. Stay in school, study your history. It'll come in handy.